So it is the end of driving season for us here in upstate New York, which means it's time to get this thing up in the air and start stripping parts off. Feels kind of like a Ponzi scheme because I'm going to be selling parts to buy more parts for this thing, but for now, we've got a couple big plans for the winter coming up. We're going to do, obviously, a turbo on the car, EFR 7163. I'll probably buy it, probably by the time this video is out, I'll have bought it. It's getting suspension rebuilt, so we're going to a softer spring and a different valving setup. Same Whitener racing shocks, just a different valving, so I'm going to send them down to him in Texas. And then we're going to do a 6-speed swap, which is sitting over there in the corner. Got to paint that up and make it nice. Along with the 6-speed, it's going to be new clutch and new slave cylinder because it's transmission specific. And then we're also going to install, obviously, boost gauges and things like that. Bigger injectors. We got some 750 cc's from Flowforce. We've got nice dashboard boost gauge pods from Rev Limiter, which I've loved these things forever, so I'll show you guys in another episode what those look like and how to install them. Lots of good parts for the car. Not really, I mean, we're doing some crazy stuff because we're going to shoot for 400 horsepower, but it's not going to be as difficult as last winter was, so I'm kind of looking forward to, you know, a more straightforward, just bolting things together kind of season. With that being said, it's time to get this car up in the air. We're going to throw it up on the quick jacks. Since I've got somebody buying the transmission this weekend. I got to ship this guy out since I won't need it anymore. And yeah, it's time to get into build season. Let's go. So I'm not gonna lie, it's like 40 degrees outside and I'm done driving the car, whether or not they salted the roads yet. So what we're gonna do, because these are 200 treadwear tires and they don't like being out in the cold over the winter, we're gonna blast all 4 of them off and we're just gonna throw them in the basement, stack them up near the furnace, that way they never get cold. And maybe I might be replacing them with AR1s this winter, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, it doesn't hurt to A, put them out of the way and give me more garage space, and B, keep them safe just in case I decide to use them for, you know, a couple months next year. So let's get to that. Nice and easy, 17 mil on the impact, and we'll just blast them all off. So like I said earlier, we're actually going to take this guy off as much as I think it looks cool and I know it adds benefit to the current intake setup, because we're going turbo and the K is backwards from a VP, the intake's going to be on the passenger side, and this really buys me nothing anymore. So I don't want to pull up somewhere and somebody be like, why do you have a headlight intake? And then there's nothing to back it up. So I think with the intercooler setup and all that stuff, I'll be better off and I won't need one of these on the passenger side. Obviously next year IATs might tell me otherwise, but we'll see. So we're going to pop this off. Jim Huth from Spike Performance bought it, so I'm going to ship it out to him either tomorrow or Tuesday. And we're going to replace it with my OEM white one so that the whole front end looks complete again. But let's get to taking this off. Machine shop and having them just turn it down probably like 1/8 of an inch just to give me enough space so that doesn't happen again. Because what happened is I think that as it rubbed originally, it got extremely hot and it cooked the front seal, and that's why now oil comes out from behind my crank pulley. So gonna try and fix that this year. I think it's also part of the noise that I hear sometimes under hard acceleration. So a bunch of little things here and there. I don't want to say I cut corners last year because I didn't, but these are things that showed themselves over the summer, and in order to take things like the crank bolt out, I have to take the radiator out and all of that stuff, so I wasn't going to fix it now. The first couple episodes of the build series are probably going to be disassembly and fixing some little quirks here and there, and then we'll get into things like putting the gauge pods in and wiring those up, and then 6-speed swapping it, bolting the turbo up to the manifold, and like fueling upgrades and all sorts of things. I got all sorts of stuff planned. So stay tuned. This is when the channel starts to get fun for all of us. We're done with reviews and things like that, and we doubled the horsepower last year. Let's see if we can double it again. I'm gonna go for 400 horsepower this spring. Hopefully we don't blow anything up, but stick around, stay tuned, hit that like button, comment, and definitely subscribe so you can see more. This is going turbo. Dylan's car is going turbo. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming for you, so stick around, and thanks for watching. Hey, pardon the noise. My 3D printer is printing car parts, which I'll show you guys in probably 4 episodes from now. If you're still here, we have merch. We haven't really pushed it. We've had merch for a while, probably about a year now. So we've got beanies, which are super warm. I wore this all last winter. Hoodies, they're black and gray. It's got the logo on the front, and it says Napp Motorsports on the back. I will throw a picture up for you guys. And then we've also got t-shirts that are the same exact setup, and we have a trucker hat and a baseball hat both of which you've seen me wear the trucker hat in the summer. Super comfy. The link is going to be up here and also down below in the description, so feel free to go ahead, place an order. If you want stickers, we've got the rectangular stickers that you see like on our car doors and stuff like that. Feel free to send me a DM. I can set you up with send a couple stickers your way. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next Saturday when we tear the transmission out of the car.